Good morning, children. In the last class, we read about the story and we understood the story. It was about a guide dog and an old man and their love and affection for each other. So, in this class, we will discuss with the exercise of it. So, let us all take page number 25. Let's see the first part A. Write true or false. For true, you have to write T, and for false, you have to write F for the below sentences. So let's read the first sentence. Rita's family did not usually celebrate Christmas. Is it true or false? So from the story itself, we can understand easily the Rita family celebrated Christmas. So it's false. The statement here is false. So you can write F. Second, Grandpa was Rita's favorite person. The answer is true. Third, Rita's mother left Simon at Grandpa's hospital. The answer is false. Rita's mother brought Simon back home. She didn't left Simon in the hospital. So it's a false statement. Fourth one, when Rita go home and Simon didn't move, she realized that the dog was deaf. It's a true. So you have to write T. Let's see the last one. The attendant was worried that Simon would bite Grandpa. Is it true or false? So this is false. Why? Because the attendant was worried Simon might hurt him, not bite him. Okay? Now, let's move on to the next exercise. Answer the following. So let's see the first question. Who was Simon? Simon was a guide dog who had been taken into the family when Grandpa started to lose his eyesight. With Simon's help, Grandpa could continue to live on his own. He could go for walks and even do some shopping. Let's see the next question. Why did Simon lead Grandpa in the path of the car? Simon led Grandpa in the path of a car by mistake. Unknown to the family, Simon himself was going deaf and therefore did not hear the car that was coming. So let's see the third question. Did Grandpa like being in the hospital? Grandpa hated being in the hospital. He told his grandson to take him out of there quickly, and he was desperate to know how Simon was doing, and Grandpa wanted to meet him. Let's see the fourth question. When Grandpa came home from the hospital, what did Simon do? When Grandpa came from the hospital, Simon rose shakily to his feet and began to bark. He seemed to be almost trying to dance around Grandpa and getting under everyone's feet in excitement. Now let's see the fifth question. Why did Grandpa start walking again? Grandpa started walking again as he realized that he needed to be strong only for the sake of Simon, who had also become very ill, and even Simon needed to get back to the old routine so that a full and speedy recovery could be made. So, Grandpa made the effort to let Simon take him out for his morning walk again. So, now let's see the next exercise. It's values and life skills. But before that, let us see think and answer. So let's see the first question under this part. What qualities do you think are needed to make a good guide dog? So the answer is loyalty, love for master, discipline, intelligence, obedience are essential to make a good guide dog. Let's see the second one. Do you think Simon was a good guide dog. Why? And why not? For why, let's see the answer. Simon had all the qualities of good guide dog. He was a trained German shepherd and so good at guiding Grandpa. So let's see why not. He loved his master and knew that somehow he was the cause of his master's accident. When Grandpa was in hospital, Simon hardly ate and drank, but just mopped around the house. So I hope you understood until here. So you can write down these question answer and as well as think and answer in your English notebook. Let's see values and life skills. Grandpa and Simon share a special bond. They feel responsible for each other. Though Simon was loved by Rita's family, many animals are often treated badly. So with your family member, you can discuss this with your family member and list all the animals that live in your neighborhood. So read the hint questions which are given below here and answer them for each of the animals which you mention on the list. So this you do as a homework. What you need to do is just list out the names of the animals which you see in your neighborhoods, as well as you have to answer based on these questions. You have to answer like how are they treated. When you see, you understand well, when you see in your neighborhoods, you can understand how are they treated, in a good way or in a bad way. You write the answer for that. And do people look after them? Do they look after them or they don't? So mention that. What could you do to help make an animal's life happier? So what you can do to make an animal's life happier, what you will do, what things you will do to make the pet happy. So mention these answers in your own words, discuss with your family members and write it down in your notebook and you can send it to us. Now let's move on to the next page number 26. It's read these sentences from the story and identify and circle the correct meaning of the highlighted words. You have highlighted words which the sentences is taken from the story and we have to find the meaning for the same. So let's see the first sentence. Ma had brought Simon back to our place, but he just mopped around the house. The options are sniffed, sculled, walked. So the correct answer for mopped will be scull. Option B. Second one, then Grandpa told me how much he longed to be home, how he hated being in the hospital. So the options are thought about, imagined, really wanted. So the correct answer for this will be option C, really wanted. Third one, he must feel like I have deserted him. The options are left, blamed, sold. So the correct answer will be option A, left. Fourth one, it took Ma 2 weeks to convince the doctors to let Grandpa come home with us. The options are make a suggestion, offer help, or make someone to do something. So the correct answer for the fourth one will be option C, make someone to do something. Fifth one, both made a slow, steady recovery. So the options are return to a normal state, find something new, or carry heavy things. So the correct answer for this will be option A, return to a normal state. Now let's move on to the next grammar part. It's kinds of sentences. So here you can see kinds of sentences. Statements tells us about something. They usually end in a full stop. For example, you can see Grandpa is my favorite person in the world. Questions ask for more information about something. They always end in a question mark. How is Simon? Can you see the examples on the next column? Let's see the next one. Some sentences show strong feelings or emotions such as joy, sorrow, anger and excitement, they usually end in the exclamation mark. So that's, you can see the example for it. Ma, Simon can't walk. Sentences can also be either commands or requests. Commands tell somebody to do something. Requests ask for something politely. Both these kinds of sentences usually end in a full stop. Here you can see the command stand there, and the request please pass me the salt, which ends with the full stop. So here, think about sentences people said to you yesterday. You can write any sentences, were they statements or questions or exclamatory sentences, commands or requests. Write 2 examples of each. They have given an example here already. Clean your room, it's a command. And have you done your homework? Question. So likewise, you have to fill this below lines. Do it as a homework, discuss with your family member and write it. So now let's move on to the listening exercise. Here you have to listen to the story here. You can pause the video, listen to the story, and you can try to fill the blanks given below. So children, just pause the video, try to write the answers for the same, then come back, we will discuss the answer. So hope you heard the story and you have written the answers and have filled the blanks. Now let's discuss. The first answer will be, the ant went to the bank of a river to drink water. Second one, the ant did not know how to swim. A dove was perched on a branch of a tree. The dove plucked a big leaf and dropped it in the river. The ant managed to climb on the leaf. Sixth one, the hunter was going to trap the dove family. Seventh, the ant bit the hunter on his leg. Eighth, one good turn deserves another. So hope you were able to complete it. Now let's take the next page, page number 28. Let's see the other exercise. It's a speaking. Here let's see what we have to do. Who is your best friend? And share your stories about your best friend with others. Like you can share this story with your family members. Does anyone else have the same qualities as your best friend? So here you can use these hint questions given below. Why do you like your best friend? And what qualities does your friend have? Is your friend funny, generous, helpful? How would you feel if your best friend stops talking to you? Has your best friend ever stood by you when you were in trouble? What happened? What did your best friend do? So children, use these hint questions below and try to write an answer for who is your best friend, as well as share your story about your best friend. You can send us the audio clip of the same to our WhatsApp number. So just try to say few words based on these questions about your best friend and do send it to us. Okay, so this activity you can do as a homework. Now let's move on to punctuation. Here you have to read this story, punctuate it correctly. So you know how we have to use the capital words where we have to use, and we have to put full stops, and if you needed the brackets, you have to read the story and understand where and all you need to make changes. Now I want you all to pause the video and read the story and try to punctuate the sentences correctly. And after that, once you come back, we will discuss the answers. So hope you have read the story and tried doing the punctuation. Now let's see. Here on the screen you can see the correct answer and you can check accordingly, and if it's a mistake, correct it on the spot itself. Let's see. Atul and Deepa were traveling together when a bear attacked them. So here, Atul, A will be capital, Deepa, D will be capital, and this sentence will end up with the full stop. Atul climbed up a tree while Deepa lay flat on the ground, held her breath and tried not to move. So Atul again here will start with the capital A letter and Deepa capital D letter. Ground, next to ground you have to put comma and again end of the sentence full stop. So correct it accordingly in your reader. Let's move on to the next. The bear came up to Deepa and sniffed her all over. So here in this sentence T will be the capital letter. Deepa again will start with the capital letter D. Sniffed her all over, a full stop mark. Again Deepa held her breath and pretended to be dead. So Deepa will start with the capital D. Then the last will be, to be dead will be ending with the full stop. The bear lost interest and walked away. So again T will start with the capital and ends with the full stop. So correct, after seeing this on the screen, you just correct it in your reader as well. This is the answer for the punctuation. Now let's see the next para. When Atul came down from the tree, here you can see when will start with the capital W. Atul again being a name, A capital, came down from the tree, comma. He said, again comma, that was close. That particular statement, that will start with the capital within inverted comma and with the exclamatory mark and tell me Deepa. Tell, T will be capital. Deepa, again D letter will be capital, comma, what did the bear say to you? A question mark within the inverted comma. She replied, comma, again inverted comma starts, never travel with someone who leaves you at the first sign of danger, ends with exclamatory mark and within inverted comma. So that's all. I hope you have noted it correctly and done the corrections as needed. So now let's see the next exercise, that's writing. Imagine yourself as a Rita and you are writing a letter to Grandpa, telling him why Simon led him in front of the car and how you found out. Also tell him about Simon's feeling guilty and that he is still at the vet's undergoing treatment. So you could use these hints given below, and if you are confused about the sample, you can refer this sample. Another sample has been given here in the reader, so you can go through it accordingly. You write down a letter, imagining yourself as Rita and writing this letter to Grandpa. Okay, so use these hints and write it. You do it as a homework. In your English notebook, write it and do send us to the WhatsApp number, school's WhatsApp number. So this will be your homework. Now let's see the last activity, that's my word bank. Here read the story again and write down as many adjectives as you can find. Remember, an adjective is a word that describes a noun. One has been done for you. So one answer is given, burnt. Likewise, we have to find other adjectives from the story. So you can pause the video and you can try finding the words and you can write down. Once you're done, then come back, we will discuss the answer for the same. So hope children you have done it. Let's discuss, and if you have not, also kindly note it down. The first one is already given, burnt. The next word will be old. Next you can write new. Fourth one, awful. Fifth, terrible. Sixth, favorite. 7, fullest. 8, that. Eighth one you have to write the word that. 9th, mobile. 10, you can write steady or decorated. So these all words are adjectives which you can find in the story. So hope you have noted it and done. So now As I've told you already about the homeworks, kindly do it and do send us. So by this we are ending up this chapter, Simon Says. So we'll meet up in the next class. Till then, bye.